All right, all right, all right, all right. We on a delay. We late. But thanks for tuning in to another segment of Incarceration 2 Incorporation. I'm AB. I'm the founder and the CEO of Incarceration 2 Incorporation. Well, we bring on individuals to talk about their transitioning back into society, whether it's through entrepreneurship or just doing something positive in the community. We bring on these brothers and sisters to talk about their life, talk about what they've done while they was incarcerated and the things they've done since they've been home from being incarcerated. And whether it's, like I said, whether it's through doing something positive in the community or just entrepreneurship. Basically, entrepreneurship, we like to talk to brothers and sisters that's basically out here, man, just doing something good, man. So like always, each and every Friday from 6 to 7, I got my co-host with me, Julius Hall, which is the founder and the CEO of All Things Relevant Media and All Things Relevant Media Black Network. Julius Hall, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, my brother. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah,
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. We also got a good brother on today, Leonard Harris. We're going to talk about some of the things that he got going on. He's a good brother from my understanding. I have yet to meet him, but I've heard great things about him. So we're going to introduce him and let him tell everybody who he is and what he got going on. Leonard Harris, what's happening, my brother?
Hey, my brother. How you doing, AB? What's up, Jew?
Hey.
All right.
We trying to make it out here in this crazy world, Leonard. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. Yeah. Don't give up the struggle.
Hey, Julius, man, what's going on, Julius, man? Let everybody know, man, what you out here doing, man, who you are. Give them a little plug in on what All Things Relevant Media doing, because this is you all over there, man, are responsible for putting this platform together. And like always, man, I thank you for bringing us on board, Incarceration 2 Incorporation, giving us the opportunity to tell our story, man, to bring brothers on so they can tell their story, man. So I appreciate you for that, man.
Well, I'm Julius Hall, CEO at All Things Relevant Media, and here at on this platform, we try to bring some information and content that informs our community. We saw that there was a void in the mainstream media where we wasn't getting the stories truthfully. We wasn't getting what we deserved to get. They would do a story on a dog for 30 minutes and do a story on things happening in our community for only 1 minute. And so we figured out that we had to bring this to the world. You know, it's just not Savannah, Georgia. It's all over the world. I got people all in Germany calling me, telling me that they're viewing our shows. What we have here is we have 13 or 14 shows on now. Hopefully by the end of the first of next month, the middle of next month, we'll have 5 additional shows, push us to around 18 to 20. And before the year out, we're hoping that we can have 25 to 30 shows on different things, and everything from sports to ESPN type show with sports, 2 or 3 religious shows. One is from the hood to the pulpit. A couple of history shows. One is called Little Known Black History Facts. We got a bunch of stuff coming up. We have a bunch of political shows on now because we have to keep our people engaged and involved, and we have to raise the level of awareness for these people. Our people have not been informed properly. We've always let somebody else form the narrative for us. So now we're trying to make sure that we give it to them the correct way so that they can make the decision on what they need and to the way that we should go and who to vote for. So that's what we're doing here at All Things Relevant Media. I want you all to tune in to All Things Relevant Media on Facebook. Go to we haven't been pushing our YouTube page. That's coming in the next month. So if you go there, it's more organized than Facebook though. But if you go there and watch it on YouTube, it's a clear version of it. You can once you click on videos, you get to it real quick. And you can get to any show and watch any show all the way back from months ago. You can watch any of our shows. Facebook has all of them for the last year, but over the last 18 months. But on YouTube, it's only the last 80 shows or so. So we have a bunch of shows, 13 to 14 different shows with more coming on. So y'all tune in.
Okay. Amen. Okay, we're gonna jump right into it then. You know, we had another brother coming on. Hopefully we'll catch him later on in the show. Hopefully sooner than later. Leonard Harris.
You got the link?
Hey man, you already know how people do, man. We've been doing this for how long now?
About 3 months, three going on 4 months, man.
Hey, exactly, man. Hey, but I guess, we good, man. We just gonna jump right into it, man. Let Leonard Harris, man, tell everybody who he is, man, and what he got going on, and let the people know what's going on, Leonard Harris.
Okay, but back to a point you made that we haven't met physically, but if you know Julius and you say you do, you know me. That brother and I has been tied together right about 40 years now. And that came about because there was a conversation being had in my absence on our previous employment when we worked together at the same facility. And Julius thought it was swelling enough and a proper thing to pull my coat. And because I live such a, for the most part, a secluded life, you know, doing things that I think differently from a normal person. I believe I can do all things through Christ. So when Julius brought that to my attention, he learned that I was dibbling in the stock market and penny stocks. And he, you know, and then it would caught his fancy. And so we started talking about the stock market, reading Black Entrepreneurs Enterprise magazines, and just enhancing our way of thinking, changing our philosophy. And so we set out to do a couple of business ventures together, and we just been attached, as they say, to the hip since the 1990s. But since then, uh, I came up with a thought, an idea of how we can rid ourselves of the CT issue with the NFL. Committed suicide. Uh, but what moved me so emotionally is the fact that he wrote a note to his family asking them to donate his brains to science. And I asked myself, who does that? And in the process, I was sketching on a piece of paper, and I drew what looked to be the inner workings of a star, and built a cardboard helmet, uh, likened to the stealth fighter, and went through several ideas and thought, entered to a art festival. But to make a short story real short, we did get a patent, and the science of testing have proved that at impact it disperses, mitigate, and redirect over 54% of the trauma that's been causing concussion, CTE, and brain, neck, and head trauma. With that, that was done by Simutech in Marietta, Georgia. And lastly, we got with the Department of Defense testing lab in Sedona, California. And they match us up with the requirements, the specs, the geometry of the NFL, the weight, the thickness, and all the metrics that they requires for their helmet to be on the field. We passed what's called the Gnosis test. We've got all the endorsements, all the proven science. And so when they match our technology against the best helmet on the market, the Rydell Speed 6 helmet, we outperformed that helmet by 37%. So, and this came about at a time when I myself was advised to stop trying to be a man, but offer myself to God and become a bride of the Christ. And so I started studying God's word, and my whole premise and my whole goal still is today was then and is now to get to know all the mysticalness of the heaven and the secret to God's kingdom. And in and about that time, I read a read that another young man whole quest and premise was to get to know as much as there was to know or is to know about God. But in the read, the voice of God spoke to him and said that was too lawful for any one man, but because of the purity, he will make him the father of the peanut. And we call that young man right now today Joy Washington Carver. And so with my desire to know God, I found my purpose that looking to be that I am now will be in what entitled the father of the helmet, because the helmet that we have designed and have gotten patent on is the answer to the impact disbursement. It's the answer to ballistic, blast, explosion, and lastly, it's the answer to the aeronautic gravitational thing. And so right now we're seeking a licensing agreement with the NFL, NCAA, as well as the military, because it disperses ballistics, blast, and explosion. Okay. And it's pretty much what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. And you say, what is the name of this helmet again?
The helmet is known as the Apex Right Angle Helmet, or the R90. The R90 is because all based on 90-degree angles that at the point of impact, you will get a glancing blow rather than a direct trauma or traumatic hit that gyrates the brain, and it will mitigate over 54% of the trauma.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you expect the time frame would be for the helmet to reach the playing field? Or if not the playing field, at least the practice fields?
It's geared to make the playing field this coming football season. We're at the stage now, that by the end of the month, we'll start the injection mold cutting, which takes 6 to 8 weeks. And once that injection mold is produced, then we go into mass production.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And
with the helmet, is the helmet y'all just talking in the NFL, is college, high schools, and all of those also?
Well, yes, and beyond. All helmets known to man, and most because we're sports enthusiasts. We often think about football most of, but every helmet known to man that deals with impact. You're talking baseball, you're talking lacrosse, you're talking biking, motorcycle, NASCAR. Any way of a helmet being used, this design will give that safety feature that will ensure the guys after retirement they can enjoy the fruits of their labor. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Hey,
Now,
sound like a good idea. I know it's a good idea, man. It's definitely needed. Like you said, a lot of people have concussions and all that. A lot of people have died. A lot of people have committed suicide because of
yes,
the
and
conditions that they carry with themselves. It becomes a mental thing. They
right,
can't. A lot of these injuries and stuff when it happens, man. Hey, I
and
commend you. That's a great idea.
what we did, what I got with Julius once, and our friend Elvin Bailey, who retired with the Seahawks, who grew up with here in Savannah. I came from Jacksonville, showed them the helmet, and we then knew we had something.
Mm.
But having something and then going off into the sunset, uh, and yes, a conversation has been started, has been had about this particular design may have and will pique the interest of the Nobel the Nobel Prize Committee, and
Right.
all that is good for whatever it's worth. But we decided that we ought to make this project a community oriented project. And what I mean by that, we made a decision to set aside a percentage that our friends and family can come on board of a world changing, paradigm shifting, patented, proven technology and build generational wealth. So we got with our attorneys, and given that we're a private firm, we offered 10% in shares at $2.50 to our friends and family, and how to go about doing that, and it's all being secured by the Eiffel Law Firm here in Savannah on 38th and Ogeechee Road. He's our attorney. That you can go to the website, or you can just Google the right angle helmet, and we have overwhelmed Google that the first 7 slides you would get will be about our technology. But you can also go to Apex. That's APEXTRI-M.com. And that's the website with all the science, all the connections, all the information you would need. And we're very transparent with it, that a person can go on, declare how many shares he or she may want, and you will get a return email. Or SunTrust have had or will be adding a link where you can just do it off a credit card and you will receive your stock certificate, because the timeline for the IPO, and that's to go public on Wall Street, is now right at 18 more months. Then we'll be launching on an IPO.
Okay. Wow. That's good. That's
Mm-hmm.
good.
So I got it scrolling at the bottom of the screen there for anybody that might want to go to the website and check it out. It's an awesome product. I know, can you talk on it? The fact that some people, it's something out of Savannah, and most people would think that, these guys are crazy. They just blowing hot air. They don't know what they're doing. Talk on that for a second for me. The looks that you've gotten from people.
Well, in the beginning, Reverend Bruce Campbell, he's one of my older brothers in the community. When I first came to him with the cocktail napkin of the drawing, he thought I lost my mind. and from there, we went to little popsicle, lollipop sized helmets, and the process kept evolving. And when I would go to places to get a prototype, a model made, it was like I was talking some foreign language because the people I was talking to didn't look like me. But I was adamant. I was, and my thing is, and I give homage to Dr. Welch at Savannah State when I was studying criminal justice. He advised me never let another man's definition of me be the defining factor as to who I am. So how you thought of me, how you think of me, how you even see me, that's your business. As long as I know that I can do all things
Right.
through Christ that's good to me. So as long as I know, I kept pressing on. And it has paid homage to some of my friends and associates. It's been 8 years 8 years to being said he done lost his mind, he on some drugs, he done went crazy, and on and on. But now we sat down with our attorney, Pierre Eiffel, and I call his name because we did a mock presentation before him and his 7 attorneys, associates. And he made the mistake of saying that the helmet football only in American football has evaluated worth of $500 million.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped him and I said, no, people of color have a potential, a philosophy of always speaking death to what they're doing. It's not 500 million, it is a $500 million. And we got to learn to speak life into what we're doing. It's the same number, but a $500 million has a total different ring to it.
Sure does.
It do. It do.
And so
It roll off your tongue totally different.
totally different. And to add to that, when Sharia out of Silicon Valley did their evaluation and declared that there's 140 different applicable use for the technology. And once again, it's impact disbursement, it's ballistic, blast, explosion, and aeronautics. They quoted that the ballpark of value during 143 applicable uses will be between 22 and 23 trillion dollars.
Oh wow.
And
it's okay for people of color to say that word with the T.
And I'm gonna still answer your call, AB. Here go brother Steven now. I'm gonna still answer your call, AB. It don't matter how rich I am. I'm gonna still answer your call.
Come on, bro.
And the philosophy, AB, hey brother Steve, is
How
that
y'all guys doing, man? Sorry I'm late, man. I had problems, couldn't find my phone and everything, man.
is that in 36 months, which is 3 years, to 48 months, which is 4 years, right? That this project can have 100 or 2,000 black millionaires walking around the Savannah area. Just thinking of that. Just the thought of that.
I'm gonna still answer your call, AB.
Just the thought of that.
You gotta worry about it.
And for what the financial strategist advised me, that a person who is able to own 400 shares, that in 48 months, he, she, or them can be well worth over $1 million. And the thought of that, and and that's just the beginning of where we can go, where we will be going with this project.
Well, let's go back to what you said, though. You said, first of all, we got to get black people to begin to grasp that thought of having that type of capital, or to be able to get that type of capital. Like you said, we got to change our whole mindset to be able to think that in advance.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So is what y'all doing over there is great, man, with that helmet. And I want to know, really though, the difference between the helmets that you all created compared to the ones that's already out here. And like the old school helmets when the helmet first came out, and how they over time they come up with different innovations to change the dynamics of the helmets. So my question is, what made you come up with the different, that can tie into the patents? I know you got to have so many different patents and all of that too.
Well, like I said, when I heard the story of Junior Seau, I was sketching on a piece of paper, and when I looked down, I saw what looked to me to be the inner workings of a star. So I imagined in my mind what that would look like if I was to break that inner working of a star in section from the crown of the helmet around it, what it would look like. and the visual picture I got was like the stealth fighter. And so I built a cardboard helmet, and I entered that helmet into an art festival in Jacksonville at the Adams Navy Museum. And just before Mayor Alvin Brown, who was touring the festival, this lady, I don't know, she wasn't black, but she may be a Cuban or something. She saw the helmet and asked me would I sell it to her for $500,000. And I looked at her, and Alvin, correction, Honorable Mayor Alvin heard her. He said, "Young man, get some papers on that." And that's when I started the patent, because I had no thoughts of patenting it. It was just something I did. And then I started doing my own research. I started learning the story for myself. And so once I became self-educated and self-knowledge of what I had, coming from Atlanta, just east of Macon, Georgia, I heard the Dr. Dre story where he came out with the beat. I had no clue what the beat was. And when I researched the beat, I pulled over that he walked off with a 20-year contract at $3.2 billion. And at signing, he went home with $750 million. And then I said, then I, did my algorithm, which was 23% of 3.2 billion. And then I asked myself the question, if a person paid that much money to listen to music
with some headphones,
what would it pay to save lives? And so then I became relentless. You couldn't change my mind. And this is a look at the helmet now. I don't know if you can see it. And this helmet is built on the specs requirements of the NFL. It's actually an NFL helmet that answer the bell of concussion.
I got a couple of pictures here also before we get to there goes one there. And there goes another one. I couldn't load it the way I wanted to load it because I'm not a computer guy and I don't have no help tonight.
Just tonight, I got a call, a return call from a Jeff guy. And they've been researching, following the project. And he says, if I haven't committed to a license agreement, next week, their team should and will be contacting me about doing a license agreement. And he went on, be careful, somebody gonna steal it, people go there. But I walk on the premise of this. You cannot steal what can't be stolen. And you can't take what I won't give you. I mean, you can come with all of, and with that, rather than going to a great debate with him, this helmet is not spirited like any helmet in the world. So when it comes to infringement, you can't get approval to do any reverse science or any changing. Then I share this with you. This is based on a right angle. The only reversible science is an obtuse angle, which is a total negative. You with me? And so there's no way you can reverse science and get in the positive out. It will be completely negative. So whatever you do, all I say, learn your philosophy. I mean, you got to know who you are, from top to bottom, right to left, the whole premise. And once you know that, the Bible says you sit down at the table with kings and queens, but you just know who you are.
All right. Well, we got Stephen Robinson Sr. up next. How you doing, Stephen? Oh, I got you. Hold on one second. Let me unmute you. Got you. There you go.
Hold on one second.
Yeah, you got to turn one of them off.
Okay, you said what now?
Okay, you can hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Hey, man. Yeah, we can hear you, man. What you driving?
Yeah, man. I got caught on the. I had to get on the move. I'm all right though.
No, you can't be on the move like that, man. We need some good service, some good signal, man. You in and out, you're fading away. I'm gonna need for you to either park, man, or we gonna have to bring you on next week, man.
you can't get a good signal right here.
I mean, you
Okay,
driving
you good right there, but you got a reverb.
Okay, all right, give me just a second. I'm gonna jump off this exit. I was almost in Wilson, fellas. I got tired of trying to run a business. Things happening that I didn't expect it, but I'm about to get off the exit so we can get a better signal right quick.
Yeah, because I want to know how you gonna make my next song. I got a voice.
Yeah. Oh, I'm ready. That's what I do.
Yeah, man.
That's what I do.
Yeah, you looking at number one, one of the 5 heartbeats right here, bro.
Okay. Which one is you? Number 2, number 3, or 1, or number 5? Which one is it?
I'm number 1, Eddie King.
he the one that was in
Eddie.
he the one that was in the practice rounds. You ain't never get to see him on stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was a stand in the stunt double.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I was singing it though. Okay.
I can't believe it's taking this long to get to an exit, but we can start. But as soon as I get to an exit, I'm gonna pull off.
Oh yeah, but okay then. Well, let me first say this though. I appreciate you coming on to Incarceration to Incorporation. I know this is your first time coming on. I don't know if this is your first time viewing. Just to let you know what we do. I'm the founder and the CEO of Incarceration to Incorporation, where we talk to brothers about transitioning back into society, come from out of the prison pathway. So brothers like yourself that has been incarcerated. I know you came home, transitioned back into society. So we want to talk to you about how you transition back into society, coming from where you came from in the prison pathway, passageway or whatever.
Right, yeah. Basically, it's
Just let everybody
still a
know.
process for me.
Okay, well, just let everybody know, Steve, man, what it is, who you are, what it is that you're doing, man, and how you transition back into society and getting people insight of the businesses that you started or whatever you're doing out in the community.
Okay. All right. Well, my name is Stephen Robinson, senior, as y'all know. I was incarcerated in federal prisons for 9 years, approximately 9 years. And I came home. Since I came home, while I was in, I started putting plans in motion. I said, well, during this time I'm going, I got to have a plan when I get home. And I used to be in the music business before I left. And I was studying the trucking transportation industry. So that's a company that I'm currently working on now. But I already have my label up and running. That's my first LLC. I just came home and I seen a lot of young guys that got real talent around here in the city. And by me being in music before, they was asking me, "Oh, you gonna get back in the music business or whatever?" And then I started. A lot of guys kept letting me hear that music, and I started seeing how good it was. So I just said, "Well, I might as well get back at it because I got a few connections in the industry from when I was in there before. So maybe I can get some doors open for us." And a lot of these guys got talent in our city. It's some real talent in our city. So I'm just trying to see if I can help put that together, but.
So how long you been doing it?
Since I've been home, about a year.
Yeah, about a year. You made any label? I mean, you got anything on the market yet? Any songs out there with any artists?
I got two albums. I got 2 albums that's getting ready to drop right now. I just went in and just did a lot of work, get our foundation laid, and now we're shooting videos to give them visuals. We got the music down. We got 2 albums done. So we're doing videos now, and I'm going to, business. You can flood. Before you come out, you can flood with a lot of music for no reason if you want. But this business, you gotta be strategic. If you notice, like the big time artists, they put out a single here, promote the album. You just gotta be strategic. But you get the work done. Now you shoot videos and promote singles at a time. So I'm ready to start dropping. My first single actually is gonna be dropping in the next week or 2. Our first single is called Mistreated. We got a video for it.
Okay.
That's going to showcase 5 of my artists on that one song. So that's going to be like the label launch song right there.
AB. You should have got the AB so we could have played it tonight.
Yeah, if I'd have known, if y'all give me an email, I can send it to you right now.
Well, we'll play it. Well, I tell you what, we're going to see whether we can get it back because I might have to take time to download it and all that.
Okay, we'll get it done in time.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it in the next after you done release it next week.
No
Well,
problem,
you
no
said,
problem.
Steve, you said you got 5 artists right now that's currently on the roster.
Now, I got 6 on the roster. 5 was on that song, the first single. I got actually
Okay,
6. I got 6 artists that's on the roster.
okay, okay, okay. Well, look, tell the people, man. Tell the people as far as the obstacles you had to go through. Um, coming back home, man, trying to knock some of them doors down to get the label, to get some capital, to build back friendship and relationships with people. Tell everybody that's tuning in, everybody that's viewing, some of the obstacles you had to go through to get to where you at now.
I'm gonna keep it honest with me. With me, the biggest obstacle is my kids. Like I missed 3 graduations while I was gone. Like three of my kids graduated while I was gone, and I was very close with my kids before I left, and I could tell like the animosity they still got towards me for not being there. So that's the
Mm,
biggest obstacle I have, like trying to rebuild my relationship with them. I got my youngest son. I'm gonna see his graduation, but the 3 rooms we've been working hard trying to rebuild that up since I've been home. That's the biggest obstacle for me. I mean, I'm sure it's more other obstacles. It's a lot more obstacles, but they just wear on me the most.
okay.
Let me
I
ask
just
you
got I
something.
just gotta go. I just got a mentality like I'm as long as I'm healthy and God give me the strength to wake up and breathe, I'm gonna try to make something happen.
No doubt,
Okay.
no doubt
Do
about it.
And
do
this time everything's gonna be legal.
do you have a big? I'm not big, but do you have you got your studio with all your equipment and the artists come there and record and all?
Yeah, right now I record at a friend of mine's studio. I just pay for studio time. I just pay for all my artists to come in and record.
Okay.
But it's a professional nice studio. It's called Carolina Gold downtown Wilson.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Oh yeah,
right.
those brothers doing something real big too.
Oh, they
They've
doing
been doing
something
it
real
down. They've
good. They
been
doing
doing
something real.
it. Yeah,
They doing real big things. AB.
yeah,
They
yeah.
doing
No
real
doubt,
good
no
things.
doubt, no doubt. They've been
Dante
they've been carrying
Chestnut.
the torch. They've been carrying the torch for a while. They back and forth down in Atlanta. From my understanding, Steve, wasn't y'all down in the aid like a week or two ago?
Yeah, who's down there with the other boss? His name Stack Boy. He's rap. This is his rap name. His name is Stack Boy. He had a big interview down there with Off the Porch podcast, a major podcast. Yeah, I was down there supporting him. He's like a brother to me. So we are, it's Wilson versus everybody. You know.
Okay. No doubt,
Yeah,
no
we
doubt.
got brother here. He got a bunch of artists. He got a studio here called Port to Port here in Savannah, Georgia, and
Okay.
the brother is his name is JP. JP is doing some great things. I'm looking for some of his artists to hit it big after a while because I be in the studio doing a show on Tuesday and I hear them, you know, and so
Uh huh.
they got some good music, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey
Yeah.
Junior, y'all got some good talent coming out of Savannah anyway, don't you? Don't y'all got some mainstream artists came out of
Hey,
Savannah?
I can't remember. It was somebody came out of Savannah.
Camouflage.
Yeah, man. What camouflage, man? I remember What
Yeah, he
I
got
I think
kicked.
remember
he
camouflage.
died. He died a while
Yeah,
back. But it's
yeah, he
Yeah,
another.
passed away. Yeah, I remember that. He died when we
yeah,
was in prison. When I was in
Yeah,
prison, man. I
yeah.
yeah,
remember
His
that.
yeah. He
daughter
died a
now,
while back.
Flaude.
Mm.
Yeah, his daughter's rapping. She's doing some big things in
Okay.
Atlanta.
Okay. Okay, Steve, is there anything that you're doing in the community, man, any mentorship programs that you find yourself getting into, man, something that you can tell the youth,
I
man, and keep them focused?
well, I mentor all the time anyway, bro. Like anytime I'm around any youth, they'll tell you. I don't care. Even that's just how I always been. Even when I was a lawbreaker, I was like that. Like I always gonna teach the youth the right way. So I mentor all the time. Like my artists are all like nephews to me. I grew up with their parents, so they all call me uncle. One of them is really my nephew. The rest of them I grew up with their parents, and that's part of my mentorship. I see a lot of these inner city kids that got this talent, but no guidance and don't have nobody to help them with it. There's certain things. That's just like you have you have athletes. You have young kids running as athletes, but they ain't got nobody to guide them. They want you. You'll never get it. So I
Right.
mentor with all kids. I love the kids. I love the youth. Period. No matter all age,
Yeah.
anybody younger than me, I'm a mentor regardless. But as far as any organizations that I've been in the city. I ain't been back in the city that long, and I just been working on my music. But I'm open to anything. Just like when bro called me, I was open. I just was mad that I just found my phone and realized I was late. I
I'm trying to figure out
definitely apologize for that. But when bro called me, I'm right there. Anything to help with the community and mentoring the youth, because I don't want them to have to go through the things that we went through out there.
Right.
And I'm still trying to figure out how you couldn't find your phone though.
Oh my boy, I just left it in the car, but it fell between the seats, and I'm thinking I'm left it. I'm thinking I'm left it in his house, and it fell between the seats. I just heard it vibrate, and I grabbed it right then. I was sweating, like I'm telling my partner ride with me, like, man, I'm supposed to have been on it. Yeah, and then I just happened to hear. I heard it make a noise, and it was under the seat. But I'm just going through my partner's house looking for it.
Wow.
We got somebody my producer told me to make sure I called out some of the other artists that are from Savannah, you know. So they wanted me to say, you know, Mary J. Blige,
Oh,
from Mary
Man,
Davis.
come on, man. Y'all don't even claim Mary J. Blige.
Well,
man.
you know, she claimed us.
she claimed New York, though.
New Jersey. Mary Davis and the SOS Band, Indy Ari, Jimmy Lloyd Brown and Brick, Molly Music, all these people. Molly Music was just at my house the other day.
Okay. Okay, Savannah got some talent coming out of there, then, huh? That's what's up.
Step up. Okay, step up, Savannah. Step up, Savannah. Represent.
I'm next.
We're gonna have Wilson like that in a minute.
But I sing good in the shower. You have to record me while I'm at the shower. You have a booth, a shower booth in this recording studio, so I can sing while I'm in the shower.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
You got to sing in the shower, man, for yours to sound right here. I don't know if we can pull that off.
My wife don't let me sing nowhere else because she say I sound like a sick dog.
You know, we all can sing in the shower.
Yes,
Man, tell the people, man, what y'all got next. I know you said you in the studio getting the albums done. All the mixes and stuff that's already done.
Yeah, it's basically already done. We're just going to shoot a couple more videos. You're gonna be seeing our music out shortly on all platforms. I'm gonna be promoting heavy, so you'll get wind of it. But,
hey, look, man, I'm gonna have to get y'all brothers to come up in here, man, and do the podcast for me on Thursday, man. You know, I got the Carolina Heat podcast jumping off, so I want y'all to come up in here, man, and I'm gonna get y'all the interview. You know, introduce it to the city, introduce it to the people that's viewing in. You know what I mean? So just let me know when y'all available, man. Hit me up, and I'm gonna bring y'all through.
you just let me know whatever, bro. Just like you let me know whatever day you got in mind, and I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen.
All right.
So how do
Probably get a video, a video scene shot, a little video shoot footage in there too while we in there.
Oh yeah, no doubt. You don't have to do that. You have to do that from the front, from the store part to the studio. You already know that.
Yeah, I already know.
So Big Steve, what's your nickname?
My nickname is Big Rob.
Big Rob.
Yeah.
Big Rob, what would you tell a young a guy who want to get into music about, you know, what should he do? You know, does he just stay on the grind and contact you, come and bring you a demo? What they need to do?
I mean, basically stay on his grind. I mean, if he wanna holler at me, yeah, I definitely need to hear something. I mean, one thing about it, the music got to be good. The music gonna sell itself. But even if you're not right, if you're not where you need to be at, still keep working, because only, you know, repetition gonna get you better. It's gonna get them better. So I never discourage them, but I let them know I got to keep it 100 with them. You know, I've been doing this for a long time, so I got kind of an ear for it.
Yeah, ear for, you know, what's gonna be good and what's gonna be
yeah. So one thing you can't deny, right? I don't care how old you are, what genre you like. You could tell good music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's music that I don't even listen to. It's like genres that I don't even listen to. But if I can hear it and I just really pay attention for a second, I can tell if it's good music. If it's, you know, good music is, you know, you can't deny that.
Oh yeah. Now my wife wants to say, don't forget Outkast, Big Boy.
Oh, Big Boy from Savannah too.
They're originally from Savannah.
Yeah, Big Boy's from Savannah, right?
Yeah, he's one of the greats.
Okay.
I thought Big Boy was from Atlanta.
No, he's from Savannah.
You know,
Okay.
you know,
He's one of the
you know
greats too.
everybody. Hey, you know everybody in Atlanta ain't from Atlanta, man.
Right.
Yeah, I know. But a lot of them that holler Atlanta ain't from Atlanta.
Right, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. They they
Mhm.
they claim Atlanta, but they ain't from Atlanta, man.
It's just like when you was gone, you hear somebody from Wilson. They say, man, so and so from Wilson, and they call a name you don't know, and then when you meet him, he from Lucam or
Yeah,
Stanberg
exactly,
or you know,
No,
exactly.
that's probably
he
right
from the
around
outskirts.
Wilson, though. But Atlanta is 3 hours away from here.
Outskirts. Oh yeah, yeah,
Right,
that's
You
different.
right.
3 hours
Hey,
away.
look,
You
hey,
ain't
look,
from there.
hey,
Yeah, that's
look,
different.
Lucama. Hey, look, it's different from where we at, Steve. Lucama and all, they 3 minutes apart.
Oh, well, they from Wilson then. If they from if they
Yeah.
3 minutes away, they from. You got to call the biggest city that you're around.
And that's what they do, man.
No, you
That's why
supposed to
they
call the
claim
city you
that.
from.
That's what they.
Even if it's a town,
Nobody
you
never
supposed to
heard
call
of
the
that.
town. You supposed to say, I'm from a little town from a little town called Black. That's where you from, just call it.
Now,
Hey,
ain't nobody
hey,
gonna know where that's at. You want to try to put them on the map. You know,
right.
hey, I'm from
They don't
Wilson,
nobody
man.
know where Wilson at, really. We got the word wide awake is they know wide awake more than you know Wilson.
Wide awake to beat.
Yeah.
Hey, I changed that. I we not gonna discuss that right now, Julius, man. I changed the wide awake to beat. That's what I made it. I turned it over to the Carolina Heat podcast.
Oh, okay.
We
Oh,
had a little
Carolina Heat
different.
podcast.
I still got wide awake to beat, but we still going through a whole lot of little differences with that. So I just changed to Carolina Heat podcast, man.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know,
Okay.
how business is, man. When you got partners that ain't on the same page and all that, man, and
Oh, ain't no
you know,
question about that.
what I'm saying,
No question about
different,
that.
different, difference in managerial ideas and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Steve, what we gonna do? Well, as soon as you drop those albums, we want to
Yeah.
have you come back here in about 2 or 3 weeks and let you give a demo. You know, to let us play them so we could, then you could have your artists on with you. Y'all could be in the studio, or whatever, and let us do a album release with you.
Hey man, that'd be great, man. All promotion is good promotion. That'd be great.
Right.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
soon as
And
we
see
get
the thing
soon as we
about
get
and see
everything
the,
done, which will be shortly, it'll be within the next couple of weeks. It could be next week for the first single.
and see,
But as soon as
and
we
the,
get
and the
everything
thing
taken, I'm
about
just waiting
this,
on the guy to finish editing the video. To tell you the truth, as soon as he finish editing my video, I'm dropping that first single.
no doubt, no doubt. See this thing here, this platform here, it's a worldwide platform. It's not just a, what I mean, being that my company is in Wilson and the parent company is in Savannah, that don't mean, we this thing is a worldwide platform. All things relevant media, all things relevant black media network is worldwide. So once you bring the artists on, man, and talk about the project, everybody's gonna be tuned in, listening to it, man. So that's gonna be a good thing, a big thing for you.
Especially if
That's
it's
what's up,
hot.
bro. I believe it. I know it's definitely gonna be hot, but I know it had to be something shit. I knew it had to be a good platform if you messing with it, bro. I know it ain't nothing small,
Hey,
so I already
hey,
know what it
man.
is.
Hey, we got a few minutes. We got a few minutes, man, left on the segment. I wanna jump off topic and hopefully Julius that you can help me in on this. It's something that's going on in Wilson and the surrounding area, man, with the older gentleman that was falsely accused. He was falsely incarcerated years ago, and he just came home, right? From my understanding, he was told that he was going to get paid for being wrongfully accused. His name is Charles Ray Finch, and he just been released. Help me out, Steve, if you remember. I think it's been like a little over a year now or so.
Yeah, and I think they gave him like $80 or something, a couple $100 or something.
So what we doing, man? They said the governor of North Carolina is denying him that money that
Yeah,
supposed to be given to him for wrongfully accusing or actually accusing him and locking him up for those many years, man.
right.
How many years did he do?
I think it was like
Uh,
40, wasn't
40 years, man.
How many?
40
it? Yeah,
years.
40.
Wow.
So what we doing now, we trying to get together now, try to get the brother a book written trying to get him a movie done, man. Trying to get his story told, and push it to the governor, man. Push it to the whole state of North Carolina, and try to push it beyond North Carolina, man. So, Julius, if you got any resources, any help, I'm gonna shoot you all the information, Julius, and hopefully you can help on your end, man. Try to get this brother something, at least get his story told, get his story out there, man.
Yeah, that's a little known Black history fact there that we need to exploit, not exploit, but we need to, tell. We need to
Right,
tell that story around the world. It needs to, because they should pay him. If he was wrongly convicted, then they need to pay him.
right, right.
Yeah.
Right. So we basically, man, just started talking about it 2 days ago, and we're gonna get together on it. Me and a few other people, man, and
And count
we're
me
gonna
in,
try
bro.
to
Just let me know, whenever you want me to pull up.
Yeah,
Count me
because
in.
the people watching this, they ought to be able to say, um, we might have some videographers, some film people, some somebody to write the book might want to do, biography. So tell my wife we did camouflage and we did fly J. We already talked about them, baby.
what I'm gonna do, Julius. What I'm gonna do, Julius. I'm gonna reach out to Jabari, and being that he wrote that book, and about him doing the BMF movie and all of that.
Oh yeah, Black Mafia family.
About his life,
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to him and see if he can point me into the right direction as far as helping the brother write a book, helping the brother put his movie out, and all of that.
Yeah, and when you talk to him, bring Jabari on and tell him to be on the show week after next.
We got the next. I
Yeah,
definitely
next
will.
week I'm gonna be in Georgetown, South Carolina. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be live from down there. We'll still be doing the show. I'll be live from there, Georgetown, South Carolina, with Gilliard's announcement
Okay, okay,
for he's running for elected office down in Georgetown. So I'm going there next Friday for his announcement. And but tell Jabbar we need to have him on the show the week after because he's doing some great things. Done had his documentary released, everything.
right, exactly. So I'm gonna try to do all that I can, man, to help this brother here. His name is Charles. Like I said, Charles Ray Fent. He did 40 years. He was wrongfully convicted, and I just got word a few days ago that the governor is declining the money owed to him. You know what I mean? The brother, he deserved it, man. You know what I mean? And it's like the
Take
governor
40 years
is
of
just
somebody's life like that for nothing, and then you don't want to compensate him? It's really no
right,
compensation you really can give him for 40 years of his life, but at least make the rest of his life comfortable.
Yeah,
exactly.
we need to really tell that story.
Yeah.
Um, brother, AB, can you get him on the show?
That's I talked to. I think it's I'm not sure if it's his daughter or granddaughter. I hit her up. I'm waiting on a response to see if I can get both of them on to talk about it. So,
Okay, because somebody might see it that want to do his movie or do a documentary or write his book, so we need to give him whatever help we can give him uh, by that means.
right, right. So
Yeah.
hopefully in the next week or two, man, I can speak with him. Hopefully in a few days I can speak with him and see what day we can set it up to bring him on, or what time, what date or whatever.
Okay. Make everything happen next week. I mean, it'll be me, you, and Gilliard next week acting a fool. And
I know he got something to talk about too. I know he gonna be acting.
he
But
can talk.
but he got to dumb it down now because of the election, him being elected. He got
Well,
to dumb
he
it
worked
down.
Bernie Sanders' campaign. He was Bernie Sanders, South Carolina um, representative.
Okay,
He was
right.
this district rep for that whole area for South Carolina. Him and Bernie, Danny Glover, all of them hung out every day.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
okay. Danny
Yeah,
Glover. Hey, Danny Glover from down your way too.
Danny Glover's from Alabama.
Oh, he from Alabama. I thought y'all
Yeah.
were gonna claim him too.
No. The only famous actor we got down here is me. No, we got your boy Omari Hardwick, Ghost.
Oh, Ghost from Now Yahweh too.
Well, all his people are here. His people are here. His granddaddy here. His parents was here. He be here. This where he comes to work out at. He from here, I believe. I don't know the whole story on Ghost, but I think he either went to school here and all. So yeah. Hey man, you can go anywhere from Savannah, Georgia.
Hey, man. Hey, I didn't think light skinned people was in Savannah though. I thought it was dark skinned. I'm for real. I just thought it was dark skinned people like Charleston, like Charleston and Georgetown, South Carolina, man. I don't think it's no light skinned people in those cities.
In Georgetown, South Carolina.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show you something next week because I'm gonna be there.
Because it's all they. I don't know if it's disrespectful or not, but I had one of my partners that was with me in 8th unit. Julius, and he was from Charleston. I'm in Georgetown, and they all geeky. They all geeky down there.
Well, in Charleston, they all geeky. I didn't hear too much geechiness in Georgetown. Yeah. What was his name?
I forgot. He was on the basketball team too, man. He was on the B League basketball team with Cheese in there. He played for the unit. Played for 8th unit.
We got caught that old Cheese too, brother. Big Rob.
Yes, sir.
Give me some last minute inspiration for any brother just getting out. What would you tell them? You know, they're getting out and they're wondering how they can keep the head up and make it without offending again and going back in.
Just best thing I can tell them is to have confidence in yourself and discipline. All the discipline in the world has got to come from yourself. Like, it's easy. Temptation is everywhere out here. Temptation is everywhere. But without self-discipline, you got nothing. So that's the biggest thing. You gotta discipline yourself, man. It's everything that was out here that got you in trouble is still out here. So you gotta be smart enough to not do the same thing. You gotta be mature enough and disciplined enough to not just, do the same things that got you where you didn't want to be the last time.
Right. That's like what we talked about. Change your mindset.
Yeah. That's the only way you're gonna change your life. You gotta change your life. Your mindset.
Change everything. Yep.
Yeah.
Change your mindset first.
Yeah.
And everything else will follow through.
Exactly.
And look, what we show on this platform, we show is that, you can do anything that you want to do. Mind. Ivan Cohen said, I went to school with Omari Hardwick's folks. His mother and I were classmates at St. Mary's Catholic Elementary School. His father graduated 1 year ahead of me at St. Pius High School. So I told y'all Ghost is from here. So see?
Okay, y'all got Ghost. Savannah, y'all got Ghost. Hey, we got to go and give them that way, baby. We got to go and give them Ghost. I'm gonna have to dig a little bit. Let everybody know who we represent. We represent by the way. As far as actors, we got Miguel Nunez. We got. Man, I'm tired of him being the first one we bring up, man. We got to dig a little deeper than that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We got to dig a little deeper. We got some more out there. We just got to dig deep.
Okay, well, we're gonna wait on it, and don't make me go dig Melissa, because that's a whole lot more. But I'm gonna have
me a list next Friday.
Yeah.
Get one. We're gonna get one. We got to get one together for him, maybe. Have one for him, man.
I'm gonna have one for him.
Make sure you remind me to tune in, I'm gonna figure out something and bring it to you. So you remind me to tune in, because I got to see this. Okay. We're gonna have a list, brother. We're gonna have a list. We the only one got a list. We got a list.
All right, Rob. I'm gonna hold you to that, Rob. 4 weeks from the day. Hey, Rob. 4 weeks from the day. We want you back with that music.
I'm there.
And with that list.
I'm there. I promise you, I'm there. And you're gonna have plenty of music to listen to.
Okay.
All right, and look, man, we about to end this. I appreciate you coming on, Big Rob, man. And I know it was a little late, man, but we still had a good show. Appreciate
Yeah, I
you dropping in
apologize
the knowledge.
again, man.
No problem, no problem. Like I said, we're gonna have you on, man. What do you say? At least 3 to 4 weeks later, we're gonna bring you back that you introduce your artists, let them play their music, man, and we might premiere, might shoot, we might play the video. Never know, man. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You get it to me in time. Get it to me a day or two ahead of time. I can have it loaded up.
No question. It will be. I promise.
That's
Okay.
what it is, man. That's what it
All
is.
right.
Okay.
Again,
We'll
man,
do. We'll see if we can get it
appreciate you coming on,
made
man,
from
and
it.
Okay, man. So y'all have a good day, man.
All right.
all
Thank you
right,
for
appreciate
showing
I
up, my
appreciate
brother.
you. All
All
right.
right. All right, AB, you got last words before I hit it out?
Hey man, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you continue to tune in. Let everybody, your family, friends on Facebook, to go to the YouTube channel at All Things Relevant. This is All Things Relevant Black Media Network,
No,
and
on YouTube is ATR Black Media Network.
ATR Black Media Network, and on Facebook, All Things Relevant Media, Incarceration to Incorporation. Make sure y'all tune in, man, each and every Friday from 6 to 7. Make sure y'all tune in to all the shows. That's each and every week, man. Each and every is 7 days a week. We got so many shows that's being shown, so many features, so many more to be shown. Jury's gonna bring on a lot of shows, man, and the thing is doing real good numbers. The numbers is expanding every week. Every week the numbers expanding, man. So y'all make sure y'all tune in to that. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming on to tune in and stay focused, stay safe out there. It's the weekend. People getting that stimulus check tomorrow, possibly.
Yeah, yeah.
I see.
Tomorrow and
I
Monday
saw.
and Tuesday gonna be lit
Hey,
for a lot of people.
listen,
For a
man.
lot of
Y'all out
people.
there, man. I know, man. You got anything you want to say before we close out, Joyce?
No, I just tune in. He already gave y'all the information. If you we uh uh accepting donations to keep this platform on the air. It calls for a lot of things. So anything that y'all want to give, the Cash App is always at the bottom of the screen. And you can always go give to Cash App $ all things relevant. Cash App at $ all things relevant. You can give anything. It could be $1, it could be $5, it could be $25. Do whatever you can. Help us stay so we can bring you the quality programs to our community. So that's been our hour, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. Tune in for the Air Scott Hour. I believe she's on tonight at 9 p.m. and the Watchdogs at 12 p.m. tomorrow. Out of
Make
here,
sure y'all do
and
that.
we'll see y'all next week coming from Georgetown, South Carolina.
Oh, we're
Good
coming
night.
from Georgetown, South Carolina. All right. See y'all next week.